Yeah. All right. So now that we cool. Is that the Caribbean coming down right now?
Yeah, bro.
Me heard it. Yo, I'm so. As he does, Drake said that. No, he don't.
But he be,
he does the mans, yo.
Mans, tings, and
you already know.
And
I'm terrible at that shit. I don't know if you saw that those videos of me messing with Jameson. And I was like, yo, mans, what you doing, mans? You're not doing nothing, mans.
I feel like I did see that.
Yeah.
I want to say it was sent to me.
I don't know if it was sent to you.
I don't think it was by
I put it on the status.
Did you?
Yeah, I just put it on the status.
You weren't recording it, right?
No, I was recording it.
I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, no, I was recording it.
But I feel like I don't know. What did I see?
I was terrible, I'll tell you that much. I was ultra.
Angry Face sent me a video of you messing with him before.
Angry Face?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Angry Face?
You know who Angry Face is?
Do I know who Angry Face is?
Yeah, nigga. Hold up.
I think we're recording now, right?
You guys are listening to the... I don't really have an answer. I don't ever have an answer.
The ER That's how this bitch will get pregnant. I've had regrets in my life. So we're going to say because I use against me later. After this, I'm never going to explain whether or not I'm reckless.
But better than tic-tac-toe. What
you got to do with the Mustang song? Don't you? Also the things and things and mans and shit. Yeah, nah, cause I be calling. I call Jameson Mr. Toots. So I was like, Mans Toots, what you doing, Mans? Yeah, ain't doing nothing, Mans.
Nah, I don't think I seen it. And I was looking on your page, I didn't see it.
No, it's in the there's a status about me being trash at Caribbean.
Oh.
And then inside there is where that's at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why my shit always be so much louder than yours?
Like
I can hear you, but like
I don't know.
My shit's just like, mind you, your voice is bigger than mine.
I think I might have broke something in the mic too.
You might have broke something in the mic, or fucking. Maybe you hit a switch.
I remember sometimes where I'm like, gosh, man,
these cords. These
cords ain't expensive.
Listen, you gonna need a new one because we be getting snap crackle pop over here, and this is a lot of Ren. It's just a lot of me right now. Like,
this chick Megan McCain. I don't know how she's still on The View.
Megan McCain.
Yeah.
Megan McCain. That name sounds familiar.
That white chick on The View. The Republican chick.
I'm gonna look that shit
That
up.
opinion be fucking way off from everybody else on the panel.
Everybody else be like, how do you see the world this way? Like, what do you mean, Megan?
Whoopi stay putting her ass in check. Bitch, shut up.
I think I know who you talking about. She's definitely like the most stereotypical.
John McCain's daughter.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, she's John McCain's daughter.
Megan McCain. Hold up.
My dad. Bitch, we get it.
Typical white woman looking ass fucking. Yep. She don't look like she didn't ever touched black guy other than being curious. Actually, you know what? That's a lie. Then I just said I just said some contradictory statements. Mm-hmm. I feel like if she has touched black guy, it was solely out of curiosity, and she treated him like trash.
Yep. Or she did it because out of experiment, but she knew she didn't want to end up with no black guy.
Yeah, he was the.
That's how these white chicks be treating me. That's why I fucking eased off of them a little bit.
He was the fucking.
I just want me from my penis.
No, it's not. That is not. No, I don't believe you.
Yo, I swear, bro.
What?
Fucking Nicki? Yeah, and I'm saying names.
Yo, that's when. You the one that be trying to cover up. I just be like, you know who you is. You're talking about me.
Niggas about to hear this shit and scroll my
whole
hear
the same
Facebook
shit knowing damn well. Hey, yeah.
You gotta look up Nicki Nicki.
All right, let me get into this shit because you know what I'm saying. You about to get me on a tangent really quick. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's going down? Yeah. Okay. You know, this is the Barely Canceled podcast. No, that's not a pun. We just, the last episode got us in a lot of trouble, goddamn it.
Mans and tings and tings and mans.
Mans and tings did not get us in trouble. Yeah. See, you know what? And that's the thing is, I'm so trash at Caribbean, but I can get really close to like British or English or Australian. But mans, tings, all I got is Wagwan. Like I can get
Wagwan brethren.
I can get a real good Wagwan brethren out. Like not right now, but like if you just pull up,
that shit really just made me want to beat Patty.
And the thing is, that's racist. Cultural, I don't know what that is. She look like she lost mad weight though, Megan McCain. Let me get off this tangent real quick though. But yeah, there's so many like Caribbean people at my school. Like I'll see them, I'll be talking to them, they be talking to me fine, and I know they're Caribbean. And then another dude will come who's like he don't know how not to be Caribbean, and they'll just code switch on me dead in my face, and I'll be like, yo, like I'm like, if only, like, what do I have to do to like get more?
If only you knew
how much I do
love. Yo, this is fucked up.
What?
Get Colin Kaepernick a helicopter.
Yo, no, okay, no,
bro,
no,
niggas are wild.
I'm not talking about it, man. I can't.
I
literally
a couple of days.
I thought about it. I thought about it, and I was like, should we talk about that on the cast? And then there's just so much coverage about it already. I noticed I've started to really avoid all the coverage there is.
I can watch it now, but like the first couple of days, I was like trying to avoid it. And mind you, I'm a Lakers fan, and like my Twitter is filled with Laker fans. So that's literally all that was up there.
Yeah. I was surprised you ain't text me first. I actually like was online and I saw like
I
learned from Pops, straight up Pop collectors.
Wow, really?
I was looking at some shit and I saw somebody put RIP with a sad face, and I thought it was about like a fucking Funko Pop.
Yeah.
And then I went to go look at the post and it was taken down. Then something else popped up. Then there was a retweet of a retweet of a retweet that went up, and something said Kobe died, and I was like, huh? And so I went to look for it, and the only one that had a post was TMZ. And then everything else was just like, oh, Jobe Bryant fucking accomplishments. That's what you like. I've never seen people be so fucking wrong.
It was like that for a good half hour. Because the first thing I seen was TMZ.
Because everybody else was trying to confirm.
Yeah.
TMZ was like on a fucking mountain. Is that? I'm pretty sure. Is that I see the helicopter license plate.
Wow.
How?
Because it's so hard to like want to give them credibility. But like you have to.
I mean, listen. I give them credit for fucking breaking the story.
That shit is crazy. Like
they said, you found out before the family found out.
Fucking what? Before the sheriffs even got to tell the family.
Like before the cops got there, it was on the internet. How did this, so I give
they just
them
be
credit.
planting niggas, yo.
And cats is like, we have to really start thinking about the integrity of
journalism and shit, yep.
Because you should never find out that way. And I completely,
through the internet, yep.
I agree with that. At the same time, we know journalists live to break stories. Mm-hmm. So if that's the fucking case, what were you expecting?
I literally was like,
why wouldn't you be the first one on there? Like, I don't know if the family knows.
Yeah.
I mean, unless I'm the nigga that fucking
shit. I don't even know if the family's on there at that point.
That's what I'm saying.
Because we knew it was Kobe. We was like, who else?
Exactly. Now, if I'm the one that pushed the button for the helicopter to go down, all right. Yeah. Other than that, how would I know? And, damn, I think I just saw it. Go tell somebody.
We were like in denial for like a good half hour just because it was only TMZ.
Dog, I saw it.
It was like, bro, Kobe? No way. What the fuck TMZ talking about?
The thing is, he's so young, so you ain't even.
He just retired 3 years ago.
This ain't no rapper shit.
Yeah,
with rapper shit, like even with Juice WRLD, I hit up Baby Mama #1, and because everybody thinks I got 7 of them out here. And I told her, I said, Juice WRLD died. And she was like, oh, that was like Jeremy's, because he really likes Lucid Dreams. Yeah. Even though I ain't liking when he's saying that shit. Because when you got like a 7-year-old Talk about fucking. It's to the point where I hate you.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you, so I can't. Like you're like, the fuck kind of emotions is in you, motherfucker?
Yep.
Take your ass back in the corner, motherfucker. And saying I'm dead.
That song was that's just one of them songs where it's like you be happy singing that shit.
You know, yeah. And I'm gonna talk about that soon because, like, ever since he passed away, which of course people go, why people love you after you dead? Because after you dead, they start looking into you.
Yep,
that's it. Because now I'm like looking at his freestyle videos and shit, and I'm like, oh, you was one of the young niggas who actually got talent, like YB and Corday and shit.
A few of them popped up, but I never looked into them.
But they actually, some of these guys really are. They got talent and they really trying to rap and they really respecting the craft, and so it's nuts how much like the whole mumble thing kind of ruined a lot of stuff because these guys are still having those images. It's only
that's just exactly what I was about to say because they come through with the little small dreads and they have the little fucking colorful whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. So you automatically see them, you be like, oh, they're just
talking about fentanyl and talking about Percocets and all this other stuff. So they have the image and then you see them go on flex and you like,
oh, this nigga could spit.
like oh, you really rapping. Meanwhile, with Juice WRLD, he was doing a lot of singing more. So it was weirder to find out like, oh wow, you really can rap. Like he don't lock in like fucking you see like when like Childish Gambino lock in. We on a tangent right now, but fuck it. Yeah. But you see when Childish Gambino, he'll be like, alright, okay. Yeah, okay. And then he'll start rapping a little bit, and then you'll see his heat up. Whereas, like, Juice WRLD, he don't care if you hear the first, like, 15 or 20 just be bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm all on your bitch. Yeah. Your bitch in the... You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't mind doing that. So, at first, you'll think he can't spit till you listen to him 7 minutes fucking later. Like, oh, damn. Like, all right, man. But... yeah, I remember when I found out he died, and I told her, she was like, "Well, at least he died from like a seizure or something, and it wasn't like drugs or nothing." And I was like, "Well, yeah, because that's usually what these young rappers die from." She's like, "Oh, I ain't know that," and I'm like, "I don't know how you that dang blind to like, the fuck." Like most of these guys, aside from XXX, who got shot, all these guys are dying from drug overdoses. Yep. Every single one of them. Him, Mac Miller, fucking Lil Peep, like all these guys are dying from drug overdoses. But at the same time, there's something in the back of my head that was like, I feel like it's a drug overdose. And then, because they said seizure. It's like, well, unless he had a pre-existing condition.
Yeah.
And then once the whole, well, he popped like 8 or what he thought he could take. I'm like, dog, why was that even like your option? Like,
because allegedly, and I'm going to say allegedly, the pilot called in to have the police ready for when they landed.
But you still
because they had drugs.
You're still supposed to have a fucking so the pilot was a snitch.
Yeah.
But even still, you're supposed to have a fall guy. Everybody know that shit. You're supposed to have a nigga who be like, that's mine. And if it's not, if you ready to dispose of them, like first of all, nigga, you got money. You got money. Like you had hundreds of thousands of dollars of weed on that plane.
Yep.
For you to have to take 8 pills, nigga, I'd have chucked them shits.
Yep.
They would have been sitting there like, oh, we found this.
Nigga, you don't got a toilet?
Yeah, but even if it's in the toilet, fine. You could have maybe found out on a plane. I don't know. I would have done something like the first thing I would have done was chuck that shit as far as I fucking could have, in any capacity. And then if they find it, it's like, nigga, you ain't got no proof that motherfucking fucking codeine or whatever that was in the grass was mine. Like you don't know that. Fuck, it ain't my fault. Some farmer out here trying to get his plants tall than a motherfucker, high as hell. like you don't know this is mine.
Yeah.
So, and then of course now, it came out and, we found out it was a drug overdose. But with Kobe, he's first of all, he's an athlete. So we're not thinking, it ain't like Dennis Rodman, like, damn, what took Dennis Rodman out? Like, even though Dennis Rodman pretty clean now, just think, his reputation, what it is. Kobe's, 41?
41.
Yeah, 41. And.
Yeah, 41, freshly retired.
Pretty much, he only been retired, 2-3 years?
Yep, 2-3 years.
Just won an Oscar last year.
Just won an Oscar.
Fucking,
he was molding his daughter to be the female version of him.
Yeah. So it's just like when you hear that, you like, nah, I gotta check it because there's a lot of celebrities who die every day.
Yeah, and you pretty much become numb to a celebrity death.
Yeah,
but I think it's because the drug overdosing thing has just become the norm. Yeah. So you're kind of like, okay, we know they were on drugs. It was, whatever, we get it. But like, yeah, Kobe, it was just like, bro, he died how? Helicopter crash?
Well, that's just, oh man, and so that's part of why I didn't want to talk about it. I if I talk about it, I want to talk about stuff around it. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Because we get it that, like, you know, first of all, when they said him and then they said originally they said it was 4 others, I was like, something's up because they're only saying 4 others. They're not telling us more.
Yeah.
And then, you know, come to find out, you know, it's like 2 hours later, you find out his daughter was there. And that was like the fucking kick to the gonads after fucking getting the uppercut to the face.
Yeah.
And so that made it. But then what got me is that the way that people were covering it, the fact that you started to see like a lot of news stories, like even the lady with the knacker shit, like you could tell that she just don't care about sports. So it's an honest mistake in one way or another because she's trying to act like I know what I'm talking about until she got corrected. And for all you know, it could have been the teleprompter. Somebody could, whoever the fuck was writing that shit could have been putting Knicks, and then it was like, that's not it. Like, you know, and she, you know, so the fact that Cass was like, yo, fire her, this and that, like, I'm down with the jokes of firing her and shit. But in the first 3 or 4 times I heard it, I was like, yeah, she did say that shit.
You hear what you want to hear, essentially.
Yeah. Well, right now I noticed that because then after, you know, we had, I'm gonna call it Peeps. We had Peeps on there defending the fuck out of it. And she was just like, that's not what she said. Knacker. I'm team Knacker. And so then I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to listen to this as closely as I'm going to listen to this like I'm listening to a song I just made. And I want to hear the phonic of what the word was that you said. And I heard it. It said Knacker. Yeah. However, when you say that shit fast, nagger. And that lady did not have an accent. Yeah. You know, so, you know, but yeah, it was bad. It was bad because there are some people who will not.
Yo, and it's just so fucking bad time. Like, such bad timing.
It's trash timing.
Yo, like, the world is up in arms. Like, bro, we just lost Kobe.
It's just a bad slip. And the thing is, people say it's a slip of the tongue, but it wasn't. It's just, it's a regular, I can't remember what they call it, but it's when you just happen to skirt your word.
Yeah, because if it's a nigga, if it's me on there reporting that, I know that because I know sports, so I'm not gonna fuck that up.
Yeah, you can
like, you can literally just know
right now.
That is just like, we don't know shit about this, but our job is to fucking...
A lot of real suburban ass moms on there right now.
Just like, hey, only thing we know about Kobe was that he got in trouble.
Player.
He's a basketball player, and that he got in trouble a couple years ago. Yep.
And then that was the thing too, is that like the very few people that came out talking about a guy that got away with rape is this.
Yo, I've literally been going back, and I don't like going back and forth.
Yeah,
I don't even like niggas could be like, yo, who's better, Biggie or Pac, and I'll be like, I don't care, because I don't like having that type of debate.
Yeah.
So
to me, I used to take part in that shit, and then I was like, these niggas really don't even rap close to the same. Like, they don't even talk about the same shit. Why is this an argument? Just because they was beefing?
They fucking were, yeah. So
T.I. and Luda, that makes sense. So Luda versus fucking Jadakiss, why?
So this chick, she's a graphic designer chick too. She's cool as fuck. Damn, like, don't get me wrong, she's super cool.
Hear this shit. It's about you, bitch.
Nah, cause like I feel like if she heard this, she would still stand by whatever she feels, and I respect that.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. I mean, you can have your opinion as long as you're not trying to act like mine is invalid.
She was one of the few that posted the whole Kobe being a rapist link, and another dude was trying to like have the conversation, and at first you could tell she felt some kind of way because when she posted it, mad people deleted her, and she was just like, oh, mad people deleted me because whatever. And so like this one dude was trying to have the conversation with her, but she was like giving her ass to kiss.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you were just complaining about people deleting you, so why?
But my thing is, he was acquitted. And 2, there was nothing, like, I started watching, of course, now you watch the footage and shit, and they start going back to interviews about him and seeing him talk about. And there was actually a clip where he explained why he had the helicopter, which was even fucking sadder because he said the reason he got the helicopter is because he wanted to spend more time with his kids and he didn't want to have to deal with like LA traffic and shit. Yeah. So it's even sadder when, of course, one of his kids ends up being part of the elevator. Part of the helicopter incident because it's almost
it was the norm for them to
my love for my child at the same time took my child away, even if it took me too. So I don't know it.
But I just wanted to finish this point. About the whole rape thing. Yeah. So I literally just yesterday, like days after we had the conversation, I sent her a post of that chick that was allegedly raped by Kobe. Yep. Of her freestyling about what happened.
Like rapping?
Fucking rapping.
Ain't no bitch rapping about no fucking shit that happened.
Exactly. And I told her, like, I was on some, like, I respect your views, because, she's just on some feminist, like, whatever the fuck. No disrespect to feminists, but whatever the fuck. And, it was just like, bro, one, this is trash timing because more niggas are mourning than more niggas aren't. You feel me? Like, then, so it's like more niggas are sad about Kobe dying than more niggas are not sad about Kobe dying. Yeah. So it's just trash timing. So I sent her that and she was just like, oh, I don't like this. And I'm like, yeah, like, that's the bitch that you were
repping hard for.
Yeah, like she's out here freestyling, and at the DNA, there was more than one semen found in her underwear.
Yeah.
So it's like,
well, that's what.
Like, if you really want to get factual, niggas could get factual, bro.
Like, if you really want to, I'm going to the DNA.
Yeah, like nigga, like I was a teenager when that shit was happening. Yeah. Like Kobe used to fucking leave court and then show up. Fucking fly and show up to a game and show up in the second quarter and still drop 30. You feel me? Like,
we all know Kobe was beating that kid on the court. Goddamn it,
that nigga will literally show up, bro. Imagine going to court, fucking, and then showing up. Middle of the game. You're coming from Denver to LA.
Rip the pants off.
Fucking 2 different times, and then you come in the second quarter and you just, bro, like, nigga, that was my teenage years. Like, you're not gonna fucking sit here. Like, I can't tell you what exactly happened that day.
Even watching interviews about Kobe when he speaks and stuff. And I'm not going to say that, like, you automatically know who's a rapist or who's not by demeanor or anything like that. But you're talking about rape. I feel like you don't automatically know who's and I do understand that molestation and rape can go hand in hand. It'd be all inappropriate, but I understand molestation and rape can go hand in dick. Now I'm playing. But
out here.
Barely canceled. Just start shouting that shit out every time. Barely canceled. No, I get that they can go hand in hand, but I feel like the people who usually end up molesting or stuff, especially when it comes to kids and stuff like that, they don't have such a casual nature. Like, there's a certain demeanor where you're like, I could almost see that. Yeah. Now maybe they don't have to be 1,000% antisocial or something like that. Yeah. But there's something about them that you can see. This ain't.
It's a nigga that don't get it, that fucking needs it and feels the urge to fucking manipulate somebody who's.
I mean, sometimes shit. It'd be the babysitter. There's a lot of times it's the stepdad. There's a lot of times it's so. I don't even know I would say it's somebody that needs it, but there's a certainness to it where it's not so completely unbelievable that somebody did something. Maybe from actions they did or ways they speak or all this other shit. There was nothing about Kobe that just seemed like, oh yeah, like, like I've never heard Kobe just having a conversation about the bitches and being like, man, these hoes ain't just.
And I mean, look, and I said it too. I'm like, if you want to give the nigga shit for cheating, sure. Go have at it, but you're not about to fucking.
Even his statements about the fact where he was just like, oh,
it was consensual, and
I didn't. I mean, I ain't gonna say,
bro. He licked, that nigga licked his lips fucking 23 times that whole interview with his wife right next to him, ashamed. Nigga, I remember that shit. That nigga was just there with his fucking just.
Well, there's a couple ways you can lick your lips, but I did.
Nah, nigga, that nigga was just like,
just on
just on some, just like, nigga, I'm ashamed and I don't know what else to do, and I'm gonna just keep saying I'm sorry to my wife.
And I didn't get to find out his wife was bad until after this shit. So now I'm mad.
Oh yeah, his wife is bad. Vanessa's.
Well, you know what? Is a female that pointed it out to me. So I was like, oh, she was like, oh, she's gorgeous. I was like, what?
She's very pretty.
And then I was like, what is she mixed? And she was like, she's like Mexican and something else. Yeah. I was like, yo, and I looked up at least multiple pictures. I was like, sometimes she looked dead ass white. Sometimes she looked Puerto Rican.
She's Mexican.
Sometimes
I don't know if she's mixed with anything else, but I know for sure she's Mexican.
She's not completely Mexican. That's what I saw. Know. But I was like, yo, she looking like We Are the World, goddammit. I was like, all right, yeah, she is bad. But then at the same time, you know, it was just wild. And then what disgusted me about a lot of it, now that I tagged on to your thing about the rape, is that I went on to Hulu the next day, and there was already a documentary about this shit on there. And I was like, how the fuck? Hold on, I gotta find this shit. Because it really was like, that's really what made me start going, all right, I'm good. Because the title of the documentary lets you know for a fact this is about his, you know, this is post his death. Yeah. Like, it didn't even,
which is wild because you have to have the narrating, and you gotta have all that shit. So it was like, how the fuck do you let that out?
It's a series.
But then somebody allegedly, well, I'm not gonna say somebody allegedly said. Somebody said that allegedly they have all of those planned for every celebrity. Like they already had it made or some shit.
Fuck out of here!
And I'm like, bro,
this
what?
Shit. I mean, I guess you could just change the title when it's time, but it literally said. First of all, it's a series, so that means there's multiple episodes. And 2, it's called Jobe Bryant, The Death of a Legend. And this was the next day. Yeah, so you're telling me that there's just... Now, mind you, there's only one episode right now, so I don't know how the fuck is a series. It's 42 minutes. But...
Yeah, that's some sick shit,
It wasn't even 24 hours late. How?
That's some sick shit.
Oh, let's look deep into, like... At that point, you planning my shit.
Yep.
Nigga, you not my mom. You don't got no insurance off of this shit.
And you about to make all the money in the world off that shit.
But you just, hey, the death of a legend, because people want, at this point.
Oh shit, he died. Click. Let's hurry up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even. Oh, we gotta have integrity because the family found out from TMZ and shit. It's fuck that. Y'all niggas is hemorrhaging for clicks.
Yep.
Immediately, like I get the news. Usually when stuff like that happens, you catch the news kind of piling in on it. It trickles in. It's usually not as fast and as devastating as what the crash, would of course cause. But even the news stations, you could see them trying their hardest to find validity in the story and like slowly just coming in a little bit like, oh, did you guys... I've never seen the news be so disjointed.
I watched the interview yesterday, and I think it was... I want to say...
reporting it wrong.
I want to say it was ABC, and they had an interview with Kobe's old pilot, and you could tell that they were just trying to get that nigga to just fucking put the blame onto something.
Bruh, the whole day Sunday, they just kept putting somebody, anybody.
That shit, but but you need to it was literally like, okay, what does this mean? And they was talking about like the code. I think it was like it was like VF1 or some shit. It was like some pilot code shit. And he would tell her what it meant. And then she would literally say, okay, so it doesn't mean this. And then she would literally ask him another question, pretty much referring to it meaning what the fuck he just said it didn't mean. And I'm like, yo, you're trying to get an answer out of this nigga. And you could tell he's getting frustrated.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yo, like this interview is fucking 15 minutes too long.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally it. Just a pilot nigga, you could tell, he probably has, I don't know what the fuck he has.
She was just looking for what she could to get
a story.
Yeah,
to have something to break. Yeah, to have something to break. And I'm just like, bro, like.
Shit disgusting, bro.
You could tell she probably don't know shit about sports. So she's literally just like, oh, well, have you spoken to anybody? And he's like, yeah, well, I've spoken to like pilot friends, and we have our our guesses on what might have happened, but like the fuck I'm gonna share that with you for?
Yeah,
you feel me? Like, You know, oh, how was Kobe as a customer? Oh, well, I mean, you know.
Nigga paid me, bitch. What the fuck?
Yeah, like, yo, like, I knew he loved his daughters. I always used to hear his family in the back laughing and giggling and shit, and that was it. Like,
as they fucking should be.
Exactly. Like, you could just trying to get something to fucking just...
And then the sad part...
Because let him be like, yo, Kobe a dick. Oh, my God, the pilot said Kobe's a dick. Like, what the fuck?
Like, the way that sounded. And it's, yeah, like, scandalous. And then to me, it's like, I get it, it's Kobe, so of course you're gonna focus and you're gonna fixate on Kobe Bryant, and you're gonna focus and you're gonna fixate on, his daughter. There was a coach on that helicopter, his wife, and their daughter, and that don't count the other 3 or 4 people that we somehow just don't know about. Yeah. Actually, we do know about them. All the names and pictures have come out. But nobody's really talking about them. That's a whole family gone. A husband, a wife.
Oh, wow. I didn't know the chick that accused him of rape went to jail for lying.
Exactly. But, oh, God, I got away with rape. He's gone, baby. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Get the fuck out of here, man. And that's why I was like, man, I really almost didn't want to talk about it because I'm genuinely disgusted by the handling of a lot of the situation. I get that there's...
It was some dark, like, I think I might have just got really out of, like, the funk yesterday, where I was just like, bro.
Yeah.
But, like, yesterday I watched a lot of, like, the tributes and a lot of people talking about them and shit.
See, yeah, I had to start avoiding that shit because I was like, I can't immerse myself in this.
I couldn't do it, like, the first couple of days.
They was fast as fuck with the shit. Grammys the night up. Yo. Okay, we tripping and joke.
That's understandable. You in the Staples Center, you almost have to fucking...
Yeah, I was like, they had his whole, bro. Like
you almost have to make something happen, even if it's last minute.
But then after that, also, then it was like even every late night talk show had some tribute. You know, some, even if they weren't prepared, they were trying to do something. Fucking Jimmy Kimmel somehow pulled in damn near every nigga that know Kobe and just had a whole episode about talking about Kobe. Yeah, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about that shit.
I didn't mind it too tough because Jimmy actually knows what the fuck he's talking about.
True, he's very much
even from you feel me? Like Jimmy knows what the fuck he's talking about. He'd be like, "Oh, you're in Game 5 right now." You'd be like, Jimmy, how the fuck you know that?
Yeah, you know, like, because Jimmy's a nerd though. Yo.
Yeah, like Jimmy, and I've seen Jimmy at the fucking Laker games, just being a fucking fourth row,
Jimmy
just chilling.
Loves his sports and he loves his comic book shit. And he's a genuine nerd.
So like, you know, I don't mind it, but like, you know, and I know Kobe did a lot of media when he was doing his Dare basketball.
Yeah.
He was doing a lot of media for that.
Yeah, they put Dare basketball on YouTube for free.
Wow.
Yeah, like the day of or the day right after, they put it on YouTube so everybody could, you know, get exposure to it.
Oh, wow.
Because they said it was that good. Stephen Colbert, you know, you could tell he's not a big sports guy. But, you know, of course, people around the show and so forth. But a lot of people don't know, and he spoke about it around his show from personal experience because when he was younger, he lost his family to a plane crash.
Oh, wow.
That was from... faulty machinery and so forth. Yeah. And that was part of the reason why they started to create things like the black box to find out what happened wrong and so forth and so on in these machines. So, you know, I think he had lost his dad and, like, you know, 2 siblings or, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he, you know, he comes from tragedy. So though he wasn't going to speak on it in ways that he didn't know, he spoke about it in ways of being of relation, because he's one of the very few people who can really go like, I know what this is.
Even when I say every talk show, like I really couldn't just like chill and watch my shows for like 2 days. Yeah, because everybody talked about
it. The coverage is nearly unstoppable.
Yeah, like I swear that Monday was like I was just like fucking playing video games. Because I was just like, yo, like, that's the only way I'm going to fucking get away from, like, that. Because it was everywhere.
Yeah. No, it's like I said, man. And then, I think about the fact that a whole family, like, you know, not Kobe and his daughter, but a husband, a wife, and their child.
Yep.
So there's nobody to tell other than his parents if he had them.
Yep.
or if he had another kid that just for some reason wasn't there that day, or you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That was a whole legacy potential, like that. So it's like I understand why people fixate on the Kobe portion, but it's like, yo, there's so much to this that is disheartening, that is depressing, that is, you know, painful, and so forth. And then, you know, even I started to think, I was watching John Campea, and he was like, I guess one of his fans sent in a question, and they were just like, they had said something about the people, and then he was talking about how he thought about what it would be like if he just got a random call and found out that, like, say his mom and his sister died, or his dad and, you know, his wife, just two, you know, close, you know, it doesn't mean two kids or, you know, both parents, just something that was, you know, whatever. Even me, one of my baby mamas and one of my kids or something like that, like, what would you, you know, how do you feel in that? What do you do in that?
Yeah.
You know, and then putting yourself in the shoes of Vanessa Bryant, and it's just like, you know, they didn't just lose, you know, a husband or a father. They lost, you know, a sibling, a daughter. You know, they lost, you know, their immediate family, their household, their caretaker. Like, when you label all the titles and all that stuff that really surrounds the situation, man, it's just like, oh, you just, damn, fuck. Like, expletive, man. Profanity, wow. Could you even try to bring... I remember one time when I was younger, I tried to think about what it'd feel like if my mom died, just to see, because I used to try to experiment with myself way too fucking much. I was really out here, like, fucking thinking I was fucking about to turn myself into a goddamn mutant or something like that. Fucking, let's see if I can withstand. Like, I was trashed. And I remember one time, you know, I used to always try to bring myself, like, you know, mind over matter, see if I could take my brain somewhere to figure it out and do all this other shit. And I really tried to, like, put myself in a position of, like, almost tricking my brain into thinking that my mom had died, to see what that emotion was. And it was one, because I used to do that shit all the time with multiple emotions.
Yeah.
Like a real fucking dweeb. And it was the one time that I had to stop myself in the middle. It was like, I can't do it, because it felt like my brain was just being pulled apart in half. And
if I watch certain TV shows and they have scenes, sometimes I think about it and I get super sad. But,
well, you know, I'm preoccupied with death all the fucking time. Like, I'm significantly obsessed with how much time I have here and what I can do with that time. And then what sucks is I don't know how much time it is. Yeah. So I don't know if I can do the shit that I want to do with that time. And so, you know what I'm saying? And because I'm preoccupied with that, like you said, like, so, like, I watch a movie, and every time I see a death in a movie, other than, like, sometimes a horror movie, but every time I see, like, a death, I'll be watching Captain America, I could be watching fucking, you know, a soldier movie, anything like that. I always end up being affected by watching that death, because I'm like, that guy ain't here no more.
Yeah.
That's one of the few things that comes through my brain. Like, it's I can watch it and not go there, but let them have, like, more than just, like, yeah, if I watch Captain America and I want to think about it and I see him smack somebody off of shit with his shit, like, you know, I'll think, like, I won't think about it because it happened so fast in the way it happened.
Yeah.
But now thinking about it, because I just watched Winter Soldier last night, I'll be like, fuck, like, it always boils down to, you don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know how it's going to happen. And seeing, like, the footage of the helicopter, because, you know, helicopters don't go down like planes. They don't go down where it's just, like, slow, gradual. It looks bad. Like, no, they tailspin the whole fucking way down in full mayhem that doesn't look like you'll ever recover, you know. So seeing that footage and then watching everything from that to the explosion to how it happened and stuff, and then seeing people sharing that shit. Oh, here goes the video. Here goes this and that. Like, it's not a sex tape. You don't think that was legit?
That was a video from Dubai. Something happened in Dubai. I know what video.
Actually, yeah. I mean, the flames and stuff do look similar. I will give you that.
Yeah.
I don't. Now that you actually say that, and that was a
because I seen the video too, and I was like, I watched it, and I was like,
well, the reason why I don't think it's legit is because they've shown what color, what his helicopter looked like.
Yeah.
And the helicopter in that footage is not the same color.
Yeah, it was some that That footage was from something in Dubai.
But it's still not even paying. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know that, you're not paying attention to that. I only found out the color after.
If you're a nigga that's really just like out here and just like not really trying to get consumed into some shit, and you just see it and you like, damn.
And it was already a raw moment because it was like the same day. Yeah. It was like the next morning, I think, in fact, that I saw it.
Yo, I'm telling you, that's how bad it is. Niggas just want to be the first to do something. They will find a clip from any fucking where and be like, yo, this is it. And then everybody else will be like, yo, that was it. And
this is it.
And they fucking. But anyways, Kobe is one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
Yeah. How you feel about the whole? I don't want to stick on it too much, but how you feel about the whole NBA logo thing of trying to take it from Billy West? Is his name Billy West?
Jerry West.
Jerry West. There you go.
Jerry West said he was with it. I was gonna let you breathe, but
you know what? Billy West is a person. Like I think he's an actor though. Like,
Jerry West even said like, "Yo, like I don't need," because niggas gotta realize that like Jerry West was like,
why is the logo Jerry West?
I don't know.
Like that's what I've been, because then Cass was like, well, what does that mean when Jordan dies, when this and that? I was like, no, because
Snoop said it. Snoop actually said it this morning, and it's perfect. Jordan is already his own fucking brand. Jordan has his logo on a sneaker that is everywhere.
Yep.
Jordan has his fucking logo on a shirt, on some shorts, every fucking wear, on book bags, every fucking wear. Like, bro, like I feel like a lot of the niggas that are in the NBA right now are more Kobe's, like they say, seeds or sons or whatever the fuck however the fuck. They're more of Kobe's DNA than Jordan's DNA. Because they were too young to watch Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
but even still,
but I think go ahead.
It shouldn't become like you said, or like Snoop said, or like you said that Snoop said. Fucking Jordan is his own brand. He's got his own iconography. He's got his own fucking shit. But if Jordan's like what 55 right now or some shit like that. If Jordan fucking dies on his deathbed, that don't mean change him the logo. Yeah. This is a tragedy.
Yeah.
This is dead ass a fucking horrible situation.
And I honestly
that could be deserving of that.
Knock on wood. If Jordan died, I don't think it'd be as big as Kobe dying.
I don't think it wouldn't be, but I think also part of the big part of Kobe is his youth. Yeah. At the end of the day, he's 41.
Yeah.
And it's the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Jordan fucking is sitting over here and they're like, oh, what happened to Jordan? Well, Jordan got ate by fucking 15 sharks in the ocean. Yeah, I think it's going to be some big, but if he dies on his deathbed, it's going to be big news and it's going to transcend and it's going to do it. But it's the way.
I don't think, I just don't think I've ever seen.
He got a lot more hate for his character than Kobe had.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. I don't think in general I've ever seen this much craziness regarding, like, I was even thinking back to like Michael Jackson and
no, listen, there's no death that matches Michael Jackson that wasn't like no.
But also social media wasn't what it was as crazy as it is now.
Yeah, social media was pretty much social media at that time. It just wasn't as tainted.
Okay. I don't think it was as tainted.
Because, this is like 4 or 5 years ago. We all had a Facebook. We all still had a Twitter. We all still had we was using it. We just wasn't having all this fake news out here and shit like that. We wasn't
Michael
having.
Jackson was definitely more than 4 or 5 years ago.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah. Michael Jackson was like.
There's no real explanation. It just says Jerry West is the basketball player seen on the logo. It's a symbol of honor for one of the greatest basketball players. Michael Jackson. When did Michael Jackson die?
I want to say it was like, oh 09, yeah.
2009. Oh, okay, so it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit, motherfucker.
I knew it was 09. I don't think I've ever.
Whoopsie fucking daisy.
But
all right, for instance, like JFK, that stops and that chills fucking America.
Yeah.
And it affects the world maybe, but it stops and it chills America. Michael Jackson was the most famous man of all time in all history. More famous than Jesus.
Y'all still watch his concerts to this day, and I'm like, yo, that nigga was like alive.
And I don't know.
Like, that shit's crazy.
the world stopped with that.
Yeah.
The moment it happened,
I felt like shit stopped with Kobe too.
A lot stopped with Kobe, but Michael Jackson, like Kobe, the world stopped, and within like a day or two, though more stuff was coming out and this and that, you kind of felt for certain people, and I get that you're closer to it than me. Yeah. You felt, things starting, not that things started to move and just go, but Michael Jackson, the world stopped for like a week. And I don't usually care about celebrity deaths. It's only recently that I kind of did that. Yeah. 10 years ago, I definitely did not give a fuck if anybody died whatsoever. Like, if you was a celebrity, unless it was like a terrible story, that shit wasn't, I was like, okay, what up? Michael Jackson, even my sister, when she came in my room, she was sitting there, she was visibly, shaken up, and she goes, they said that Michael Jackson's in critical condition. I was taking a nap. I was like, all right, let me know. And I was back out. And then, like maybe an hour and a half later, we get the news, and me and my sister was going out to eat somewhere and so forth and so on. And we sat there and we jammed out to Michael Jackson as they was playing it on the radio and things like that. But the world literally stopped, where right now, the whole Kobe thing in some way, and I think to your point, part of it is how social media is now, is like sensationalized. They tried to do that with Michael Jackson, but there was just so much. Like when you looked at the news footage, you got to see how it was rippling across the world. You got to see news coverage in Egypt. You got to see news coverage in fucking, China or Bucharest or wherever, because, Michael loved all the names you can't pronounce and shit to put in the format. In Russia, you got to see the street art. You got to see streets getting shut down, full, parades and people doing what. So that's why I say you see it more, because with Kobe, this has affected and changed a lot, and you could definitely feel it, but I still think it's a very, a basketball thing. It's very basketball-y. Whereas Michael Jackson, there was so much that just encompassed him. It wasn't just music. There was, I don't know if it's,
I think you're underestimating the effect that sports has on people as opposed to, like, I think you're, like, essentially, like, you're not purposely doing it, I'm sure, but when you're talking about, I think you're comparing the impact of music as opposed to sports.
Well, yeah. Well, when I said basketball, the reason why I said basketball is because, and maybe to clarify myself, is the way that basketball is as a sport is not just like an American thing. Like when I said like JFK, like we know that affects America. That stops America. Yeah. But with basketball, that's America. That's fucking, basketball is huge in China. Yeah. Basketball is huge in a lot of other countries. So it's still almost like when you're looking at like a geography map and you're just like seeing the hot zones. Basketball still has a lot of zones. So I don't think it's not affecting the world. I just don't know if I would say it's affecting in the same way as Michael Jackson, because like the world was cold for like
I would only say straight. It's not, because if you wanted to compare, clearly Michael Jackson is bigger. Yeah, but Kobe is getting all of that. Yeah.
As he should.
I've seen areas of New York flooded with people celebrating Kobe, just like I did with Michael. Yeah. And LA, clearly, because Kobe made his stamp in LA. Yep. And so I've seen it, but I don't really want to necessarily compare.
That's what I was gonna say. Like after we got 2 or 3 minutes into it, I was like, I'm starting to feel sick. Like, stop comparing these niggas down. But fucking go back to getting canceled, nigga. Stop posting your babies for likes, all right?
But yeah, I do want to get off of this. Anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we're like 50 minutes in on it, too.
R.I.P. Kobe.
Yeah, absolutely. What the fuck else happened other than that, man? Like, I felt like there was at least 2 things that happened at least this week, and they weren't all bad.
Oh, Nicki, shit, we about to go straight from heart to some ratchet shit. How about that fucking... How about that fucking Nicki Minaj, Meek Mill, and whatever the fuck her husband name is shit?
All right, yeah, because there's a lot of stuff usually when it comes up, I'll be like, dog, save it for the cast, because I hate giving my first impression, and then we got to reiterate it on the cast like we ain't said that shit to each other already. That shit was dumb as fuck.
Yo, stupid.
Like, First of all, I thought he looked different. Now the picture that's going around, I feel like the nigga bleached his skin or some shit. I'm like, I thought he was darker.
We want to talk about bleached skin. Nicki looks fucking. I mean, she doesn't look bad in that picture they posted in Miami.
No,
but nigga, if you look at Nicki when she first was like affiliated with Wayne, what the nigga? Like, we want to talk about bleached skin. Nigga, what the fuck, bro? Like, what is up with these niggas that just aren't, like, what is up with this fucking whack ass picture perfect fucking whatever the fuck that these celebrities have going on? Like,
by the way, I'm looking at this thing real quick that's telling the story behind like the Jerry West thing.
Yeah.
Change this goddamn logo. Okay, because the way that it's looking, they're like, he only won the championship once, but his stats and his numbers have.
He was probably like one of the first niggas to like probably get basketball mainstream or some shit.
Mr. Clutch and this and like, man, change this fucking shit, man. But
nigga, when he was playing basketball, fucking mailmen and shit were playing basketball. Like, I was actually watching Joe Budden podcast and they were saying how Will Chamberlain, because you know they say he scored 100 points. And Joe said he always fucks with his dad about that.
Let's see.
And he was like, bro, like when Will Chamberlain was playing, like mailmen and shit were playing. Like, it's not even like, you got to give Kobe more credit for dropping 81 against the competition. Like,
if you talking stats and all,
you talking about athletic ability nowadays, nigga. Like,
he's been a logo long enough, goddamn. It's been like 35 years. Like,
get that shit to Kobe.
Throw that shit to Kobe real quick, nigga. I'm looking at these pictures of Nicki Minaj and her. First of all, when they say straight up the story of this nigga was a nigga that she dealt with when she was younger. And all right, my thing is the whole legacy of Nicki Minaj.
It's fucking weird.
And how she's like, well, he wanted me and he was with me back when I had nothing. Yeah, but then
was it Safari?
What you mean?
Wasn't that nigga?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Safari was fucking helping her build it, but I guess this guy was even before that. And it's like, so he wanted me when I was 14, 15, and we was this and that and yada yada. Then he went to jail, blah blah. I had nothing. So when he came back out, it's like, I know he want me for me. How the fuck you know that shit? Because you ain't got nothing no more. It ain't like he came back out, got what you, then you got something. That nigga fucking was like cash grabbing a motherfucker.
Yo, cash grab.
Like, is she
and my thing is with this whole Meek scenario, I guess allegedly they're saying, I don't think I've heard the song, but they're saying Meek dissed him in the song.
Oh boy.
Allegedly.
Oh boy.
But they're saying when Meek walked in the store, he knew they were in the store. He just wanted to, you feel me? Like, yo, you know, bygones be bygones, whatever the fuck. And this nigga just ain't have the same energy.
No. Let's see.
He was just like, yo, keep the same energy you've been having or whatever the fuck. I'm just like, bro, I don't get it.
First of all, he looks odd in every single picture. That nigga look like the old ass hood nigga that just
don't want to leave the life.
You know what I'm saying? Like, never left the life, just finally got a bad bitch. But like, he treats her and looks like that in every image. And she don't look like that. She looks like way out of your league. I have a whole nother different type of class. More the whole situation, and I get it. It's like, don't judge.
Like, even if you look back to how she looked when she was with Meek, like, you could tell Meek was probably like,
they definitely looked like a better couple.
But you could tell Meek was probably like on some just like, yo, don't do certain shit to yourself, because she fucking, that's when she was rocking her natural hair.
Yep.
You feel me? Like, her skin, she was still brown.
She done got fucking the mass. The moment she broke up with Meek, she went and got more ass and more fucking titties.
Yeah.
And that shit gonna look so terrible. And like, watch, give
more ass, more titties, and fucking less complexion.
I'm trying to see.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
Let me see.
Barbies, don't come for me. I got time.
What is it called?
Wait, what is it called?
I'm trying to see if I can find this fucking Meek Mill. See if he really dissed him.
What the fuck you losing your mind? Hey yo, call my fucking phone back, yo. Every time you post this nigga, wanna smoke this nigga. Your fiance? What? Fuck you mean you feel a connection?
Yeah.
He listen to you, what?
Mind you, this is a video of James Harden rocking out to this shit. All right.
Yo.
Yo.
Well.
All right. However, that is leaked. And what?
It was leaked.
Yeah, it's leaked. But it's also, listen to what he said. He said that's a year ago. Him and Nicki been over for like 3 years. Yeah. So that's probably some shit he did right when he got out of jail. Yeah. And that's just what the fuck it was. Yeah. So now you mad about some old shit and he ain't even on it no more.
Yep.
He ain't even on it no more.
Yep.
So I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Okay. All right.
That's it. Yo, matter of fact, that's exactly what the fuck it was. You were absolutely right. That nigga hopped right out the fucking whatever the fuck.
Because remember, he was still halfway like trying to hit her up.
Yeah.
She was exposing Holmes like he be in my DM still.
Yo, that is absolutely fucking right.
Yo.
And she really trying to play home like he not over her. Like, my nigga, like he's trying to let bygones be bygones,
he
bro.
just said in the audio, that was a year ago. So what, you was cheating on me? You was creeping on me? Like, it's obvious. Yo,
that is a great fucking point.
So now they mad. And it's like, yo, she been with this nigga for like 3 years now. It's kind of crazy how fast 3 years go by. Fuck.
I know.
But she been with this dude for at least 2 years strong. And no. Like, no.
It's wild.
But so he's like, oh, keep that same energy because you a pussy. Blah, 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 blah. No. It's just, you found some evidence of some old shit. Nah, I thought about this at one point too earlier. I was like, have I ever like sat here and like seen like one of my exes get with a nigga and hated on a nigga or something like that? And
shit, I've.
Nah, I don't think.
But it's usually it's only when I really feel like, nigga, we were fucking compatible and you just fucking played yourself.
Oh yeah, you talk about Choco Buns.
Yo, bitch. So out here just throwing any type of nickname out. Choco Buns.
Nah, I think I only had it once, and I don't think I was jealous of him because I was very happy that relationship was over. I was mad because it just looked like she upgraded because the nigga like had fucking mad muscles and shit. It was in the gym and shit. Yes. So I was like, man, this bitch look like she upgraded. But I was like, he gonna find out she crazy.
Yep.
They lasted for about like a year and a couple months because I was creeping. Damn right I was. She got me blocked, but I know how to get around it.
No.
Yo, every episode I block myself. And yeah, nah, yo, straight up, that was the only reason I was mad. I was like, I know this bitch look like she upgraded on a nigga, like goddamn. But at the same damn time, like he gonna know. And then sure enough, once they broke up and she had all the sad posts and shit, I was like,
haha, bitch.
Like, he broke up with your ass because that nigga found out. Hey,
I love them sad posts. That's why I don't be tripping. Hell yeah, that nigga did what to you? Ha ha.
Told you he was gonna do that shit. Over here slept with another
like,
nigga.
Jobe, you so bitter, you damn Skippy.
Yo.
Ha ha.
I ain't normally a hater, but some people sometimes they gotta get they just due.
Hell yeah.
I'm a fan of justice,
man,
motherfucker.
How the fuck yeah.
That's my shit. I'm a fan of justice. ASAP. Oh man. All right. What else we have happened this week? Because I just wanna I gotta get this stain of Kobe off. We got an hour in so far, so we can either cut it right now, but I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Let's get one more out there. God damn it. Fucking.
Well, Wayne's dropping his new album.
Grammys happened.
Oh yeah, I didn't even watch the Grammys.
I was watching part of it, but then I fucking went home.
Shit. What did I heard Lizzo killed it.
Lizzo always killed it. Performance wise,
yeah.
I mean, all right. First time I really got to see Lizzo perform was SNL.
Yeah.
And she was trying to do some song. And
it ain't my fault that I'm out here getting.
I don't even think she was doing that song. She was doing.
Every time I hear that song, I think of Vegas. That's the first time I heard it.
ASAP.
Niggas is
I think she was doing Truth Hurts or whatever the fuck it was. But yeah, every time because Juice doesn't get enough. It's only started to get more recognition now, but for a long time it wasn't getting recognition.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, we woke up.
I was like, who is this?
We woke up every 45 minutes to
and that song was on. I was like, who is this?
Ain't my fault.
And this like Christian was like, yo, you don't know Lizzo? Oh man,
of course his fucking BBW ass fucking that nigga never get the code name on this motherfucking podcast. Christian Brooks. They gotta give a goddamn. That nigga ain't listening no way. Shit, I called that nigga 3 times last week. That nigga ain't hit me back. Fuck Christian Brooks. I'm playing. It wasn't 3 times last week. It's just this month, motherfucker. But yeah, you don't know. Listen, of course you know the fucking Don of fucking BBWs right now. Yo, like come on, B. But she tried to do like a call and response where like she would stop singing the part that she think everybody gonna sing, and there was no traction on SNL. Like nobody made no sound. This is the very beginning of the song.
Imagine that, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, niggas be doing that shit locally, and that shit be like, nigga, I don't even know you. So I can imagine.
Local small ass rapper, yeah.
Yo, sing my shit.
Like, no.
Hey, can you get me a paper with the lyrics, nigga? Like,
something, bro. Did you send me the MP3 before I got here?
Help me help you, nigga.
Yo. And, but after she realized that wasn't working, she performed her ass off on that shit, dog. Oh, and she was still performing her ass off. They was giving her nothing.
Yeah.
But you could not deny she was. I mean, to me, the SNL was better than the Grammys.
Okay.
Yeah, her Grammy outfit at the beginning was dope, and then she got into this fucking outfit that was like, okay, I get that's like you big and you wearing that, but like it just doesn't look good in that size. Yeah. Like that's not coming at her weight at all. Because sometimes when I look at a sneaker, some sneakers look bomb as fuck between 9 and 11, and once you get past 11, hey man, these are Jordans, fucking this and that. They don't.
I feel like that. Yo, that's exactly the brand I feel like that for with Jordans. Like, yo, you see a chick in some Jordans and she got small feet, you be like, them shit's like fly.
Yup.
You be like, yo, let me see them in the size 12. When you see them, you be like,
ugh, like yo, y'all ain't want to add another line to that motherfucker, like something like. Did you not notice design was flawed? Like once you fucking expand that shit, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, so. That's mostly what the costume looked like to me. That's why I'm saying it just wasn't made for like mini size. It wasn't a great looking costume anyway for any size, but
this nigga's out here.
What?
So you out here, you trying to get canceled and shit.
Nah. Nah, it's just to me this shit looked like it was mad solar panels on. like some shit. So I was like, it wasn't looking good for nobody. No matter what the fuck it was.
Yeah, I might have to go. I might at least have to watch the performances. Cause that COVID shit.
Usually you end up doing that shit and then sending me mad fucking clips and shit.
Yeah, usually if I'm watching it like the night of, yeah.
And then I'll be like, nah. But then you were sending me links and I was like, I'm mad at this nigga, so I don't want to watch none of these motherfuckers, yo. I was like, fuck Holmes, yo, straight off. I was like, I
love you, bro.
Yeah. All that shit. I was like, that nigga ain't apologized to me. I don't want it now because I had to say it. So fuck that shit. You already know my rules. God damn it. That's a fact. I was like, nigga, I'm going to talk about that shit too. Because I was like, I don't know how this nigga don't know he fucked up. This is bullshit.
I don't think I did.
I heard, you don't think you did?
Nah.
Man.
I don't think I said anything serious.
All right, bro. This is what you're not getting, bro. Okay? This is what you're not getting, okay?
We talk about it on the podcast?
I don't give a fuck, dog. I don't give a fuck. Because one, I'm insulted by you because you really be thinking I don't live my truth and I have no lies on the table. So one, that's an insult. One lie.
You just started living your truth.
Fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck that and the fuck out of here. No. The only difference in what I do now versus what I used to do is I might actually like go, oh, I got a test coming up tomorrow. Which is, to me, for social media, typically unneeded information. So, I was like, if this nigga think I don't live my truth, why? Because I don't put all my business on social media? Because I don't look fully human on social media?
No, I don't even think it's because nobody, I bet you there's niggas out there that don't even know what my brothers look like. Like, I'm pretty sure I don't put my personal shit.
That's what I was saying. So I was like, how the fuck? It ain't like I'm lying on my dick on social media, man. I get mad bitches, yo, this and that. Man, I make so much money, yo. Hey, man, look at my tax return came in. Look at these pictures of this money that I got, nigga.
I'm trying to think of specific.
Yeah, because last time we had that convo, you ain't even give me shit. You just tried to leave that shit on Reddit and walk away.
Because it's usually shit that I see in the moment, and then I'll be like,
But like, it's not a lie. What's a lie? Because to me,
it's hard for me to think of an example without looking at it.
What is not living your truth to you?
To me, So
that was like maybe my definition is different than his, and then we,
To me, I feel like it's not hiding a certain reality. I guess not trying to accept a certain reality. Not wanting to accept certain realities and just making it work around the reality that it is.
But that wasn't all right. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm trash at wording certain shit. So I'll say that.
I know what you're talking about. That was not me not living my truth or hiding my truth. That was me weaponizing social media. Why? Because it was being used against me in one facet or another. And when I tell somebody some shit, being honest, and you don't hear me, then the only way I can do it is to show you I fucking meant what I said. So when I go on social media, I'ma act this way because it's the fucking truth, because I fucking said it. And if you don't like it, oh well. So for you to be like, well, with this situation, you didn't necessarily put that out there. Well, I don't feel like I need to put that out there because that's toxic. And I've had, especially from learning from I used to call her so much mean names, but she been trying to work with me now, so I don't know what kind of nicknames to give her now. You know what I'm saying? But when I was working with BM number one, I learned from
it is so crazy to see y'all niggas getting along on Facebook, bro.
It is
so bugged.
It is really weird.
Like she just casually commenting, and I'm like,
bitch, what did you do in here?
What? That shit is so crazy. It's great though. I think it's fucking perfect.
I mean, ultimately, eventually, I think it'll improve. I mean, there's still a lot of discussion in the real world that has to come in. That's like, and understanding what you do, what you don't do, this and that. But the thinking isn't, assuming and all this other shit. Yeah. What you think this? Nah, I never said that shit, so I don't know what you think I think this shit. Like, I feel like this. Well, you feel like that. I didn't make you feel that way, and I didn't say shit about that. So yeah, it's definitely interesting. But back years and years ago, I mean, I've always believed in being pretty discreet. I don't want to say private because I don't mind putting certain shit out there. Yeah. But I learned from back then when I was dealing with that shit, and you saw I was dealing with that shit critically for at least 2.5 years. There's a lot of people like, my notoriety and my profile in itself. There was people who I barely talked to, but they said we could tell you was going through something, or we saw this and that. And that depression shit, or that my reality in that time was not appealing enough. So, I'm getting deleted, I'm getting this and that, blah blah all the time. That's not helping.
No, but you got to realize too, which is what I've learned, that people who delete you don't necessarily deserve to be a part of the greatness.
And that's fine. I'm just talking in terms of notoriety and how my profile was looking. Like, at that point, I don't want somebody who's not around me to fucking be able to come to me and be like, yeah, I saw you was struggling for a year and a half. You ain't hit me up, motherfucker. The fuck? I'm out here fucking ready to put the needle in, motherfucker. You ain't say shit, motherfucker. Like, so when I noticed though at the same time that as an adult and as a human, when you're putting it out there, even if you might not be doing it for attention, you hope that there is some energy that may come back that isn't the energy you're feeling. And because of that, when people don't do it or something, potentially, that shit can let you down and that doesn't help your situation. You dig what I'm saying? So if I'm in a uncertain situation, or a situation that's, I don't want to say unfavorable, but a situation that's just like, damn, that's a situation like I know he know better not to be in, and this and that, and I know he got, certain brandage that he's trying to go towards or whatever like that. I'd rather be able to tell the story of how I came out of that than talk about it the whole time I'm dealing with it. You dig what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
Because to me, whether I do Teddy Talks Love or not, I am Teddy Talks Love. If I got a bad, poisonous, toxic situation, anything like that, because you can't control everybody. You can't control, every piece of somebody else. So I could be doing Teddy Talks Love, taking my own advice all I want, and the only advice I might not be taking is walk away or fucking be a dick right now because you need to do that or some shit like that. Because I can't control those other factors, I'd much rather deal with it than come back and be able to tell the story like, This is what it was. This is how this shit happened. And I'm going to be 1,000% transparent like you see me and everything else. And be like, this is how I felt. And this is what it is, whether I feel that way now or not. But I fixed it. And this is how. Because I can't give you advice on shit that on particular aspects. And I haven't fixed that shit. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. I want to be... So... To me, I live my truth plenty much. I just don't fucking go, damn, this situation really ugly. Oh, I guess I'll tell everybody about it. How about I fix that shit first? You know what I'm saying? Like, how about when I'm in the... Nobody fucking breaks their leg and just shows the picture of the bone sticking out. They show you in the hospital after they put the cast on, motherfucker. Like, you know, that's just what it is.
And even that is corny as fuck to me.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like there's certain things...
I'll be hating the hospital pics, bro. Like, nigga...
I do it because I do it for the clicks.
Niggas be doing
this
shit
shit pimping myself out for the clicks.
Stop hoeing your hospital pics out for likes.
Straight up. I don't give a damn about your graduation. Yo, I don't care that you got a new job.
Needle be dead in the nigga arm. Like, I'm in the hospital, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Tried to take my life. I'm on my Kalani. Nah, I'm playing. Bro. Shit. Hey, don't trip. Fucking Kalani came out of that shit.
Yeah, she did big time.
But let's not act like Kalani didn't get on from doing that post. Okay, let's not shut that down. Okay.
Los Rivera.
But all right, so I think you understand my thing of living truth, and I was pretty correct on what you were trying to accuse me of for not living my truth, right?
Yo, that nigga killed himself, that Fotis Doulos dude?
He tried to.
Nah, they said that nigga dead.
Yeah, a lot of people have been reporting that he's dead, and then what happened was
they was trying to revive him.
They resuscitated him. So now, last I checked yesterday, he was on life support because they had managed to get a fake heartbeat out of him. But then they had also pulled his bail. So in pulling his bail, even if they did bring him back to life, because his hearing was today, they would have had to bring that nigga back to life and then bring him back to jail.
It's crazy because once I seen that nigga live in court, I was like, he gonna pull some shit because he already knows a rap for him.
Well, that's why I told people, I said, he's admitted his guilt at that point. Because if I didn't do it, you ain't gonna catch me trying to kill myself. I'll be screaming from the mountaintops, I didn't do it. I ain't gonna want to die off that shit. Nah, I'll be like, damn, I fucked up. I want to die now. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, going back to it. So, the reason why I said what I said is because, one, what you did. You know what? You tell them what you did. I'll tell them why I felt the way I felt.
I don't ever remember.
I know what the fuck you did.
I don't even remember. Honestly.
All right, so So all I did was make that angry reaction on Chick Post, which is a reaction. It's not even a comment, dog. Not even a comment. And what you did was you went on Peep's post and was like, oh, that's so 2015, Ren. We tell them how we feel. So to me, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this shit and I'm like, one, you called me all the way the fuck out for a reaction. So it's not even like a blatant, like a nigga was at the place. It was like, I heard that nigga could go to that place. I'm gonna bring him here and then shit on him. Why? Two.
Okay, so now let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Were you in a happy state of mind reading that, or were you upset? Like, were you upset before reading that?
No.
Because I feel like that. Because like from what I heard, your reaction was, I was like, okay, because I don't take that shit seriously.
Well, because see, to me, it's not about, like, you know me, I'm a very discreet person, but it's not. Part of it is the social media of it, but I was perfectly fine. My week was fucking fine. I mean, my Sunday was a little iffy, and I told you about that fucking when it was Sunday.
Yeah.
This was Tuesday, Wednesday. And I definitely think it was Tuesday or whatever. So I was in a perfectly fine state of mind. I was sitting there chilling. When you did that, though, I was like, it was too on the nose trying to say something, and it was inaccurate information. So, for instance, if this was 2015 and you did that, I still wouldn't have liked it because it was a breach of bro code. Like, that's like, you know, information about a nigga and you that's like high school when you like, yo, I really like Sandra, dog, but don't.
But when I say 2015, I didn't mean that technically.
No. I know.
The situation.
I know you said it's so 2015. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the information that you were saying was basically you were implying heavily, if not straight up exposing, this guy got feelings for you. And knowing how that person is. Hold on though. One,
I'm gonna say my point of view after.
Right. All right. One, if that was true, you would have broken bro code by exposing me. Two, knowing how this person is and how serious they take social media, that would have been you exposing me for one, unwarranted, for no fucking reason, and then being able to walk away while I had to deal with a potential crippling or whatever of my friendship, and you can't come back from that shit. You can't come back from fucking giving evidence or information about some shit that may or may not be out there.
I don't think I gave him. If I wanted to give information, I could have.
Had I mismanaged this situation over the years, that shit would have been some damning ass fucking shit.
Not necessarily, because I only respond when it's responded to. So, like, if you would have not said anything, I would have not said anything. My point of view is, everybody fucking has a crush on this particular person. One, so I don't think that was a big of a deal at all.
But that person's, for lack of a better term, constantly talking themselves out of that being the truth, though everybody else
That's
knows
that person's business.
Okay.
I hope that person listens to this, because I'm letting her ass know that's your motherfucking business, and you better stop fucking.
But that doesn't help their perception or perspective when you just throw me under the fucking bus for no goddamn reason.
I threw you because it was funny, nigga. Like an angry reaction.
You thought it was funny,
nigga. I seen an angry reaction. I was like, because you know what it is? Because Facebook, they show you like the person that you have. Or like that you have as a friend reacted to it, and then I seen the angry reaction, and I was like,
I did that because I didn't agree with the status, and I wanted to have a play on words with.
Because I know when I angry react, it's probably a bitch that I wanted to fuck that got a boyfriend.
Nah, but I just didn't want.
I'm not saying that's. Yeah, but that's why I used to do it.
I didn't want to do the sad one because one, it would have not conveyed.
And she would have been like, "Why are you sad?"
That's what I'm saying. And then it also would have made it seem.
But she probably was like, "Why are you angry?"
But the type of post that it was is like, if I was sad, it'd be like, man, it really would have. To me, it seemed like I would have been simping for no fucking reason, and that wasn't my mindset when I was doing it. So I specifically did the angry reaction, knowing that this person typically hits me up, asks me about it, and then I could go back in and go, you know, say my play of words on it, and then we can have a regular dialogue that had to do with the subject matter of the status, but not, oh, I'm about to come on with my feelings or whatever the fuck you wanted to do. So I'm like, one, a lot of the situation to me, aside from that would be a breach of bro code.
I don't see it that deep.
Is a breach.
Okay, here. I'm a compromise. I'm gonna compromise. I don't see it that deep, but since you do, I will apologize.
No, I don't want to apologize.
Nah, nigga, you gonna take my shit.
No,
you gonna fucking take my shit.
I don't want it.
Because I didn't think of it as that. I was literally just like, I'm gonna fuck with this nigga.
Yeah, but to me, the reason why is because to me that would have been a breach, but it was incorrect. And then
because I feel like a breach is going in deeper. Like knowing that,
bruh, you tagged me and called me out directly and said, we tell them how we feel. Insinuating this nigga has much deeper feelings. Just expose yourself. Hey, you know what? She got a boyfriend, right? She got a whole family and shit, right?
That's the funny part to me, though. That's the funny part.
Why don't you tell? And so I'm like,
that's the funny part.
But see, the thing is,
like, her page clearly says in a relationship. She clearly be posted fucking whatever the fuck.
But because and then, all right. So aside from the breach part, for me, it was also the potential casualty part where, like, if it was real, false, whatever. If this person acts how they can act sometimes, then that just leaves me as a fucking casualty to deal with what I got to deal with her. And you just walk away like,
no, I hear it too. I don't bitch about it because I don't care, but I hear it too.
You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, she hit me up bitching and fucking crying.
No, I know.
I just don't necessarily care.
Like, yo, what the fuck?
I mean, I love her to death. I don't want to make it seem like I don't care about her. Like, I care about her, but I just don't care.
And then after that,
I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
Yeah, and then after that, for me, it was just the bigger picture of fucking. I'm like, dog, like, Because I made it feel like, because you my man's $100,000. So it's like,
nigga, don't get sentimental.
No, I ain't getting sentimental. But I'm like, this nigga, I tell so much shit to. If you just gonna throw me under the bus like this, how do I not know that one day you just sitting there scratching your nuts and you just like, you know what, another bus, no problem. So it made me feel like I was like, why did you just give an intrusion?
I really don't think it was that deep, but that's me, and I can't tell you how to feel. So.
But you did what I mean. Like for a person like me who has a lot of discretion. Like, what the fuck? If somebody put my government name on fucking Facebook, you get deleted.
Ooh,
if somebody
I didn't think of that one.
What? Yo, fuck out of here, yo. If somebody, like, I've had people recently, women who I haven't dealt with in years, still like putting little things that might, put out that we've done something or had certain types of intimate interactions in the past on post. You get deleted. Then they hit me up like, what the fuck? Like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing?
Living like ISIS.
Because what you saying? Like, there's no reason for the whole world to know every fucking thing that I do.
Yeah.
The fuck? Like, my page is me. I'm trying to give entertainment. I'm trying to do this and that. They don't need to know if I fucked you or not. They don't need to know if I was fucking singing to you while I was fucking you. They don't need to know that, like, you're not my wife. You're not my girl. Like, you're not this and that. So it's like, for my discretion, I was just like, yo, why this nigga, like, just for no reason, just betray me like that.
I honestly did.
Because then not only that, if it was true, and it had been true, don't get it twisted. That's how much I live my fucking truth. It was true. And it was true for a long ass fucking time. Shit. Hey, listen, holla. No. But it was true for a very long time. So I was like, I understand why he thinks he can say that. And he probably thinks what he said is true, except for it's inaccurate now.
But I think I would have said that to anybody.
And either way it goes, or
that's how loose it was from my end. It was literally like,
that's what I'm saying. But I was like, why you loosey goosey with my not so loosey goosey? Like, the fuck? Like, protect that. And then the nigga gonna sit here and fucking babysit my infant and not even tell me about the shit. How you gonna fucking sit here, expose me, shit all over my shit, then go babysit my kid and don't even tell me?
Hell mode.
If she ain't tell me, I'd have never known. Just fucking nigga.
I think she told you.
Yeah, she told me.
Man, little nigga just chilling and shit.
But if she did, the nigga just holding your baby like, yeah, nigga, shut up. You being so sensitive.
Yo, dad mad at me. Hey, looking at home and shit.
I'm fucking with your daddy right now, nigga. Like, yo, what the fuck? I was like, what is this? And then after that, the only other thing that had annoyed me was you was like, oh, he takes himself so serious. But I'm like, you know what? And from a deeper level, I'm always bothered by that because I'm like, I'm one of the very few people who actually know to take me serious. I feel like a lot of people don't. And they should. But they just feel how they feel and they absorbed in their world. So I was like, nigga, fuck that. Yeah, I take myself serious.
But like, I'm from a different cloth because I'll laugh at myself.
I mean, I will too. How many times, dog? If I took myself literally to the quotes of too serious, I love when somebody makes a good joke on me. If I took myself too serious, I would never I wouldn't be Teddy Tabs today.
See.
If I took myself too serious.
Don't expose yourself, bro. Don't do that.
Listen, Teddy Tabs is Teddy Tabs, nigga. I don't give a damn, dog.
Nah.
No,
see, but when I say that, I mean from like a image standpoint. Like I feel like, I don't know. I feel like because you feel like nobody takes you seriously, you feel like you have to be this like. I'm doing a shoulder motion, y'all niggas can't see it, but like I feel like you just have to
shoulder motion.
I feel like that bitch gives amazing head. You missed her.
What the fuck? How you just look at her and say that?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Yeah, so I just feel like I don't know. I feel like since you feel like people don't take you seriously, I feel like you have to have this extra just
I've had that before. I won't lie about that. I definitely, I'm not going to say like hardcore I lived like that, but at one point I probably did live like that.
Oh, this nigga just hit me back too. He said his, how the fuck do you say this word again?
Knackers?
Nutritionist?
Nutritionist.
Why the fuck did I have a brain fart?
He said,
I was like, I'm reading, I'm like, how the fuck do you say this again? I used to do this heavy in the beginning of my journey. He said his nutritionist in West Hartford.
He talking about a guy that we know who did some wild ass foot detox where his water was clear and now it looked like straight pollution.
That shit is bugged.
And so forth. But yeah, no, I'll admit to you that probably at one point in life I did move like that, especially extra. Lately, I don't really try to, but one thing that I truly try to exercise is if I can get away with it, blatant, harsh honesty. If you won't be able to take it blatant and harsh, I'm still be honest. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't, it's refreshing as fuck to me to sit here and just whatever, which is why I got no problem admitting something that either used to be or could still be or has a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just my fucking truth. Like, I get so tired of sometimes, like, even, like, just the games that a lot of people play. Like, that's the fucking legit. Like, it is what it is. If that shit would have worked, and I'll tell you about some more shit about it after, which is why it probably annoyed me, too, because how that situation didn't work was the biggest bullshit ever. Like, it was the biggest, like, really? That was why? Like, that's barely me. like, not even. But it's refreshing to be completely blatant and be completely honest and so forth. So I have no problem communicating all that shit. But at that time, it's like, even if it was true, it's like, it's not even needed because it wouldn't have helped me accomplish anything if whatever. Or I would have played along with it if it's true, because that's just where I'm at right now. So I was just like, to me, that's how it felt. It was like, one, you exposed me for yucks, which is what the fuck. And then it was like, well, how do I trust this nigga with certain other information if you just go expose me on something like that, which at one point in my life would have been some big piece of information. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, what? He gonna tell his fans I got AIDS.
You don't think everybody don't know that you used to have a crush on?
There's certain people, but at the same time, the thing is, the way that you also did it made it look like it's just me. Is it just me? Like, it made it look like that rang off in my head the moment I saw it. Like, nigga, it's not. Like, is it just me? Like, no. Like, everybody knows this shit. Hell, back in the day, we could go to any show we wanted to, and it was like fucking 25 Pepe Le Pews running around the show. But I was just like, don't isolate me in that shit like I'm the only casualty to the whims of whatever. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, man, like this is like my main nigga. Fuck hoes. So yeah, that's what it was. Then you started trying to send me links. I was like, yeah, I seen it. Yup. I agree. I was just like, whatever, nigga. I want my apology. All right, you're not going to give me my apology? You know my rules. Don't accept an apology you don't receive. And if you got to mention that you didn't get one, now you don't want it. Because now that person, I guess I should, because blah, blah. No, I shouldn't have had to convince you into it, motherfucker.
I just didn't think it was that big of a deal.
Yeah, well, it could have been. That's what I was saying. That was my biggest thing. I'm like, nigga, this could have been so much bigger had I
because I feel like if I was really a nigga out for blood, I really could have said some shit.
Yeah, but by then, I would have just sat there and fucking just turned that shit. I would have been like, okay.
Yeah, there was no reason. Yeah, that's why. But that's I'm telling you how.
But if it ain't helping me get a good result, fuck that shit, nigga. Like that.
I just thought it was funny.
That shit wasn't gonna help me get nothing good out of my life. So,
and then of course she was all worked up.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like throwing us there just to be like, yeah, I don't know, because we both can't do nothing about none of that shit right now. Like, why he do that? So you know what I'm saying? It was just a bad look on my part that I guess you wasn't seeing because you was on your heavy troll last week, So I was just like,
yeah, I had to go through that.
But I was like, look, you can troll whoever the fuck you want. Don't be trolling my ass. And
then the other nigga came on trying to fucking, I'm team Teddy. I was like, nigga, I don't give a fuck who you are.
He fucking should be. God damn it.
That nigga fucking out here
Team Teddy
bullying niggas who fucking getting caught on Pop Squad and shit.
It's hardly ever wrong. Team Teddy's.
Nigga, I'm Team Teddy.
Team.
I was like, nigga, I'll whoop your ass.
Yeah. If you want Team Teddy's. Fortified, strong, absolutely impeccable.
Nah, cause me and him had a beef before. Cause me and what's her face was having a fucking.
Hey man, who supports me. Ted believers are Ted believers.
We had a debate about cause she was heavy on the Pop Squad shit, and one of the dudes who kind of seemed like he was like special needs that was on there.
Yep.
He said he used to bully him in high school, and I'm like, dog, you don't think that might have had an effect on where the fuck he is right now?
No.
Like he was like, you're not gonna put the blame on me, and I'm like,
hey man, he was, but you was technically victim blaming.
Yo,
if he got bullied, he got bullied.
Yeah, like, but you're on these comments like, yeah, I don't feel bad for bullying him now, and I'm like, nigga, you sound dumb as hell.
Oh, he used to bully the other guy.
Yeah, he used to bully the guy.
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah,
Fuck
he used
that.
to bully the guy that was on Pop Squad.
Fuck that. I gotta kick him off Team 10 now. God
you know, and that's why I was like, bro,
I only got like 3 supporters.
I was like, but I was like, dog, like, yo, you're not gonna sit here and act like your bullying didn't have some type of an impact. Whether it's generalized, whether he was just like, yo, I was bullied in high school.
Yeah.
And I fucking ain't have friends, and now I'm out here fucking, you know, he used to try to turn that shit on me like, oh, you're supplying a pedophile. I'm like, no, nigga, I'm fucking realizing that he had certain triggers to make him feel like he was a fucking loser.
And you might have been one of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That nigga felt like he was a fucking loser in adulthood, and that nigga was like, who the fuck would love me? Okay, I'm gonna go fucking talk to a fucking minor. Like, that's literally what it be for some of these niggas.
Yeah, sicko grosso.
Yeah, like, so that's like me and him had a beef about that. So I was like, oh, you want to come? Like, I got time today, bro. Like,
Yo, we had way too much time last week. Shit,
well, I got time today,
my week last week, shit, I'm gonna tell you in the break. My week last week, that shit didn't help either, nigga. That was my like tightest week. I had my test coming and everything, and everybody trying to come in my neck for no goddamn reason. I was like, my whole world about to shut down right now. I'm cutting niggas left and right, cause you know me. If you disrespect me and I feel disrespected, nigga, I'm not coming for it back, nigga. That's it. You can go right over there. It might hurt my heart, nigga, but fuck that shit. like that's just what it is. But I know we at an hour and a half right now.
Damn, are we?
Yeah, I mean,
Is there anything else? Okay, Wayne's dropping an album tonight called Funeral. Everybody's asking because
that's coming out tonight.
Yeah, that's coming out tonight.
Okay.
Everybody's like begging him to put. Yeah, he dropped a song about Kobe a couple of years ago, right before Kobe won the championship.
Yeah, I think I remember it.
And everybody's like begging him to put that because it was never like an official single or on the album. Yeah, everybody's like begging him to put this song on there. I doubt he will, but if he does, that shit will be kind of dope. Even though it'll be two completely different sounds because that Wayne and this Wayne ain't even comparable.
I don't think he should put it on anything, but make a video for it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, make a video for it.
Who else is dropping? A Boogie with the hoodie. I think he's dropping.
I don't give a damn about A Boogie.
Album. Tory Lane's dropping the single. Russ is dropping the album.
Man, niggas still announce they dropping singles. The fuck?
Yeah. I don't think they don't necessarily announce it, but like certain fucking sites announce.
Yeah, no, I know, but I mean, what the fuck? Artists is still dropping. I thought you just dropped a single now. I didn't know you was like, yo, Tuesday, my single coming.
Yeah, I'm like very nervous for this Wayne album though, because I feel want it to be good.
I feel like this is his very tight teeter. Like if this shit is trash,
this shit is trash as a rap.
It's done.
And that's why I'm really... And he has an interview coming out on Drink Champs.
If this trash, he just need to go ahead and fucking...
They showed a clip of his interview with Drink Champs, and I can't wait to watch that shit. I think that shit's probably dropping tomorrow with the album.
All right.
But other than that, I think that's everything.
Yeah. I listened to that M album this week, too.
Ass. Mac Miller trash. 2.
I didn't hear the Mac Miller.
Yo, niggas
the thing I say about the Eminem
was so mad at me when I said Mac Miller was trash, bro.
Especially because it was
he died. You can't say that.
That's a posthumous album, though. We just talked about that. Most posthumous albums were trash.
Yo,
most posthumous albums are triggity trash.
But he's dead. You can't say that, nigga. Is the music out? Okay, so I can say the music sucks. What the fuck?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's still art. It's still meant to be subjectively chosen in opinion. The thing about the Eminem, I didn't think it was like a bad album. My thing about this is Eminem has, for as great as he has no longer shown us growth.
Yeah.
That's his biggest thing. That's
why I said his style isn't good for music anymore.
I don't even think that because if Eminem takes his style and he features, he be murdering the fuck out of some shit when he features it because of the way his voice sounds and what he's doing. But when you have a whole album of that and a lack of growth and you're not showing me anything new, and then okay, I get it, you can do these bars that are absolute bars, and you can do the punchlines, and you can do the ones that are almost corny but somehow you made it work, and then you can do the I played with it and this and that. And at this point the only thing that he's been showing us is his ability to potentially probably become one of the best choppers in the world. Because he's getting to the point where not only is he either getting faster, but still being clearer, but still being able to like play with the chop while he's doing certain shit.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I'm seeing him have growth in. His bars, I mean, what the fuck? We know you got bars. Yep. And we know we hit.
And that's what I said, too. I said, yo, lyrically, he's great. Like, I will never say Eminem is a trash lyricist. But, like, I just don't. I don't.
No, you can never say that. No. Yeah, but, yeah, song-wise, he's not making better pop tracks. He's not getting a better bop. His beats aren't getting better. Like, you know. Yeah. And then when he does say certain shit, like, this beat is off the chain, like, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, I'm listening to this beat. This beat ain't hard like that. Like, so there's certain stuff that sometimes he do sound a little fogey-ish with. He definitely sound fogey-ish sometimes. And, you know, I didn't think it was a horrible. I definitely don't think it fit the theme. Like those fuck music to get murdered to. None of this shit made me feel like killing, and none of this shit made me feel like getting murdered.
Yeah, he was literally using those little ass sounds and shit in the background of just.
And they were saying, "Oh, the whole album's based off." No, it's not.
He tried to intertwine a story between the music, but the story didn't necessarily go with the music.
Exactly. So, you know.
But like some of the old sounds reminded me of his Marshall Mathers LP, so I was like, it's cool that he put that in there.
Yeah,
but it just ain't fucking.
Especially because he's been putting out more now than he did in the beginning.
Yeah.
So you're starting to peek behind the curtain a little too much on what. You know, what he's capable of right now. Yeah. But all right, man, take us out on this episode, bro.
Rest in peace, Kobe. Keep being great, keep living, keep just making every second as fucking meaningful as possible. And that's pretty much it. If you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you. Suck it! What, mad sentimental?